Hello everyone, welcome to the page once again. In today's tutorial we are going to look out for how to design sports accessories banner in Adobe Photoshop. Alright, so if you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, please endeavor to subscribe to the channel. Alright, so if you are old to the channel, thank you for being on the channel for all this while. Alright, so let's jump straight into Adobe Photoshop to start our project. Alright, so let's create a workspace for our work. So let's go to file and let's pick new, and then today's dimension is going to be 40 inches, and then for the height 30 inches, and our resolution is going to be 72 pixel per inches, and our color mode is going to be RGB color since we are not going to print this out. Then from there hit on OK. Alright, so the next thing that we are going to do is to change the background color for this. So all that we do is bring your mouse cursor on top of the pilot and double click on it and hit on OK to unlock that. Alright, so the next thing that we are going to do is that we are going to go to FX and let's go to gradient overlay. Alright, so from there open this gradient overlay from here, and then let's pick this gradient that I've already set down for the project. So the code to that is 032553. Then hit on OK. Then let's open for the next part, and the color code is 142D5A. Then hit on OK. Then hit on OK. Alright, so from there you hit on OK as well. Then you get something like this. Alright, so let's lock the background over here. So just hit on the bar lock over here and lock this so that we will not have a problem while working on our work. Alright, so let's add a layer mask. Let's create a new layer on top of this. Okay, so let's come over here and hit over there so that you create a new layer over there. The next thing I want us to do is that let's pick our brush tool, pick your brush tool and open that to a preferable size, and the size that I am using is, my size is 2600 pixels and my hardness is 0, and I'm using the soft type of brush. Okay, the soft round pressure opacity one. Okay, then I'll come here like this, and I'll hit over here to create something like that. Then from there I'll double click, I'll right click on that, and then I'll go to blending options, and then let me pick my gradient color that I prepared down, and that is this one, and the code to that is 3077A3. Then hit on OK. Then the next tab is 53BCED. Then I'll hit on OK. Then I'll hit on OK, hit on OK. Alright, so that is it. Okay, now from there let's go to our file and let's go to place, and let me bring in my source files that I'll be using in this tutorial. Alright, so the first source file that I'll be making use of is this very one. Then I'll bring that in like that. So I'll be making this available at the description. A link to all of the source files that I'll be using will be made available. Then you open this to fill the entire workspace for you like that. Then from there go to your blending options and put this on soft light so that you get something like this. Then let's reduce the opacity for this a little bit. So my opacity, I'm going to leave that on the 70%. Then I'll hit on OK. Then from there I'll go back to my file, go to place again, and I'll bring in this very one. Then I'll open this as well to a preferable size like this. Then I'll move this part to the top like that. Then I'll go to my blending option and put this on multiply. Go there and put that on multiply so that I'll get something like this. Then I'll reduce the opacity for this one too as well to somewhere 30. Okay, then I'll add a layer mask on top of that, and then I'll pick my brush tool, and then I'll reduce the size of the brush using the curly brackets on my keyboard like that. Then I will wipe off, or I'll clean the hard parts of this in the picture for it to blend with the background. Okay, so that I'll get something like that over here. Now the next thing that I'm going to do is let me reduce the opacity again for this to somewhere 20, so that all right, I think this is looking good. All right, so the next thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to bring in the next source files, but let me open that. I'll be making all of them available at the description, so we check that out and follow suit. All right, so let me bring in that picture, and then let me drag that into my project so that it will be here like that. Okay, then let's press Ctrl A and let's center this. Then let's send that up a little bit over here. I think this is good over there. Now let's select this and this layer, holding down Shift, and let's press Ctrl G to group that. Then double click on this and type the background. Okay, all right, so this is it. Now the next thing that we are going to do is we are going to make this pop up a little bit, so we are going to make it look more appealing, okay, or brightening. So count to, or you can just go to let's go to our edit, let's go to the top. If yours is not showing over here, what I did is that I just changed the look of my my app. Okay, so you just come here where the top part over here, if yours is on essentials, change that to photography. Okay, so that you also have an interface like mine, like this. All right, so from there you can just come here and let's pick this, then close this so that the effect will apply to the picture alone over here. So let's adjust this to blend with the background that we have. Okay, so let me move that, and I'm setting that I'm setting my on the brightness is 26 and the contrast is 66. All right, then from there let me add a little curves to that. So let me close this, and then let me drag this part down a little bit like that, then this part up so that it will look more appealing. Okay, then from there I'll close that as well. So this is it over here. Let me go back and bring in the next. So I want this champion, so let me bring that and let me position this somewhere here. Okay, okay, so let me position this here, and then let me close this down, and then it should be somewhere here like this. Okay, then Ctrl A and let me center that properly. Okay, Ctrl D to deselect. Okay, now let me go back and let me bring in the next champions. Okay, so this one should be here for me like that. Okay, then let me reduce your height a little bit so that you also be here. Then let me go and bring in the next. Wow. And that is it. Let's go. Wow. Cristiano Ronaldo, you don't want to go, or why? Okay, you will surely come, so you don't worry, I'll bring you in. Okay, I'll surely bring you into the pitch. So that is it. So let me bring this over here. Okay. Why? Okay, so let me just okay. So then we can then position them properly so that they all have a place to stay. Okay, so let me position this one too properly. So you can use the arrow keys to position them. Okay, all right. So the next thing that I want us to do is we are going to pick our shape tool. So let's come here. So let's select all of this and hold down Shift, Control G, and let's group that. Let's name, sorry, I cancel this. Let's name this players. Okay, all right. So let's come here and then select your shape tool, the rounded rectangle like that, and then let's make a shape like this over here, and then position that over here as well. Let me close my players a little bit. Okay, then Ctrl J, and let's duplicate that. Let's move the duplicated one to this end like that and position it properly. Let's select the two shape like this, then Ctrl J, and let's duplicate that. Drag the duplicated one to this very end like this. Okay, now let's select all of the shapes and we can then position them here like that. All right, so the next thing that we are going to do is center this. Ctrl Z to undo. Let's center that using the arrow keys. Okay, all right, so that is it over there. Now let's select this shape. Let's go to File, let's go to Place, and let's bring in the JC, this one, and place that in. Okay, open this to fill the shape like that. Now right click on this and select Create Clipping Mask. Let's come to this, go to File, and let's go to Place, and let's bring in the football boot. Let's go to Place again. Wow, wow. All right, so let me Alright, so let's come back. Let's place this shoe. Let's go back and let's place in the next image, and that is the chain guard. Okay, and let's create clipping marks for this. Let's go back to place and let's bring in the next image, and that is the hose. Okay, the football hose. Right click on that and select create clipping mask, so that you will get something like that over there. Alright, so the next thing that we are going to do is we are going to adjust the shape. So right click on the shape and go to blending options, and let's work on the stroke. And the stroke we are going to work on is going to be a matching one, so let's pick white, then hit on OK. Then the size, let's reduce the size to 10. Now let's drop a shadow for this, so let's increase the size of the shadow a little bit, and then the spread to 10. Okay, then let's come to the contour and let's change the contour to the preferred one. So I'm using the Gaussian contour. Okay, then I'll hit on OK. Alright, so from there what I'll do is I'll just drag the FX, holding down Alt, drag the FX and put it on the next shape like this. Then hold down Alt and drag the FX and put it on the next shape like that. Drag FX, holding down Alt and place it on the next shape, so that the effects will appear or will be made to all of them. Alright, so the next thing that we are going to do over here is we are going to pick our shape tool like this. Okay, and then we'll make a shape from this angle to this place like that. Then we'll change the color for the fill from the top over here. Open the double click over there and then change the color to white, then hit on OK. Now from there let's go to our shape again and select rectangle tool. Now draw another shape on top of this, another shape over here like that, and bring the shape down, the first one, position that shape here like that. Okay, then right click, let's go to edit. Okay, and let's go to transform and let's pick skew. Okay, now drag this part to this end like that. Okay, so that you will get a shape like this over there. Alright, so let's go to our shape again and let's create another shape from here. See this part like this again. Now let's change the color of the shape to white. Now let's bring this also down, the original shape. Then go to edit and let's go to transform and let's pick skew. Now drag this side to this like that, so that you will get a shape like this. Alright, so the next thing that we are going to do is that we are going to pick our type tool. Pick your type tool, and let's open our character box, and let's change the font from the font to the font I'm going to use is going to be Impact. Okay, so this is the Impact font. Then let's open the font size, and let's type there Yama, like that. Okay, so hold down Shift and Alt, and let's open this up like that and position this over here. Bring this down. So we are going to position this again, so bring this one also down like that. Bring it down. Okay, and bring this one also down. Put Ctrl A and let's make a selection, so center this. Okay, Ctrl D to deselect the selection. Now right click on this and let's go to blending options. Let's go to drop shadow, and the shadow we are using is this. Okay, this distance is 24, the spread is 10, and then the size is also 24. Our angle is 120. All right, so that is that over there. Now the next thing that we are going to do over here is to pick our type tool, and then let's type the Yamaha Sports accessories. Okay, and you hit on OK. Let's change the font from Impact to another font called Poppins. So if you didn't get access to this font, a link to download the fonts will be made available at the description, so you can check that out in the description. Okay, so let's open this to the size over here. Okay, so that we get something like this. Ctrl A, and let's center this as well. Ctrl D to deselect. Now let's move this to this side. All right, like that. All right, so the next thing is let's pick our type tool again, and let's type here contact. Okay, and let's change the color to black, and let's position this over here, somewhere here like that. Okay, then Ctrl J, and let's duplicate that and bring the duplicated one down. Now pick your type tool again, highlight this, and let's type the contact there 054-890-6573 like that. Okay, so let's change that from regular to extra bold like that. Okay, then select this, Ctrl J, and let's duplicate that. Drag the duplicated one to this very end. Take your type tool and let's highlight this and set location. Okay, now let's come here as well, Ctrl J, and then hold down shift and drag this to this end, and let's pick our type tool and highlight this, and let's type there and do Volta regime. Okay, now move this to this side, like that. All right, I think this is looking perfect. All right, so guys, that is the design that I want to show to you today. All right, so if you have found this design interesting and haven't subscribed to the channel, please subscribe for more videos to come your way. See you in my next video. Bye bye.